Rob Mob coming at you with another video. This time we are going to be discussing elevation as well as positive and negative numbers and what that looks like when we are evaluating elevation above and below sea level. Now, I have a question for you right here with a beautiful picture that I made myself. John is walking home. He starts at an elevation of 100 feet above sea level. So we know it's 100 feet, and we also know it's above sea level, so we know it's going to be a positive number. Using the model, write an equation to answer the following questions. Great. So the first thing I want to do is I want to understand how high up John is on our model. I'm going to do that with a vertical number line that'll help me cover the entire area of our picture, right? So we have that number line right here. And now how high up is John? John is at 100 feet up above sea level. Where is sea level? We know sea level is somewhere down below here. And we also know that we are going to be dipping a little bit lower here and here. We just don't know how much lower. Great. So our first question, what is the elevation at point A? All right, so how do we find that? We know that John is going to be traveling up to this point A. This point A is going to be 200 feet upwards. And that is not 200 feet upwards from zero, that is 200 feet upwards from where John is starting. So we're going to be going plus 200 feet. So where will we be going? 100 feet, and now we are going up another 100 feet. So we'll be going about right here, about where point A is, and that is going to be 100 feet plus 200 feet, and that will give us 300 feet. So what would that look like as an equation? We have our original starting position of 100 feet plus 200 feet. That is how much we are going up, and that'll give us our final elevation of 300 feet, and that is at point A. Great, so now we are looking at point B. So we are starting here, we are starting now at 300 feet of elevation. Keep in mind that our position is different. John is no longer here, John is now here. So we are starting at 300 feet, and we are now going down 500 feet. What does going down 500 feet look like? So we're going to be going down, which is a negative 500 feet. Great. So now we know our starting position is 300 feet, that is to get from point A to point B, minus 500. Now it is a minus because we are going down. Our elevation above sea level is decreasing. How much is it decreasing by? It is decreasing by 500. So we have 300 feet, our starting position, minus our decrease, our change in our elevation, and what we're left with is negative 200 feet. Now, as most of you know, I'm assuming you already know at this point, negative 200 feet, that is 200 feet below sea level. That is below the sea level line. So that would be right here on our number line, because this is where B is, about here, and we are going down from, I apologize, we are going down from 300 feet. We are going down 500. And so what we are at now is negative 200 feet. So that means that our zero is somewhere about here, right? We're not looking for our zero, but this would be the sea level line, right? And now we are at negative 200 feet below zero. We started 100 feet above zero. We went to 300 feet above zero, and now we are negative 200 feet below zero. Great. Next question. Now we are looking at what point of elevation we are at part C. Great, so we know that we are traveling up from B, from here to here. How much are we increasing by? We are increasing by 700 feet. And now remember, we're switching our new starting position. Our new starting position is negative 200 feet. And what are we doing? We are adding, going up, so adding 700 feet. So that will give us a final answer of 500 feet, and that is our point C. Here we are at 500 feet. That would be about right here, 500 feet. So we would go from this negative 200 here and increase that by 700. Great. And now for a final, we are looking for what is the elevation at John's house. John's house is right over here. We are doing our last step. How are we getting from point C to John's house? We are decreasing, going 1,000 feet down. Great, so just repeat the process one last time. We have our starting elevation, which is 500 feet, because we are starting at point C, and now we are going down 1,000 feet. We are going down 1,000 feet from 500 feet above sea level. 500 minus 1,000, that will bring us to negative 500 feet. 500 feet below sea level. And that would be our final answer here. And we know that that is going to be around right here. It's not really drawn to scale, but we know that this is our negative 500 over here. And we will be going from this 500 here straight all the way down minus 1,000 feet. Great, and there you have it.